Now I would like to recognize three individuals for their distinguished service to the Society of Actuaries. Jeffrey Beckley. Jeff and I became fellows in May 1980 and both immediately volunteered to work on an exam committee, Life Contingencies. Since then, Jeff's volunteer record runs 13 pages long, including leadership positions in various education committees, the Research Executive Committee, and in the Product Development and Education and Research sections. He's facilitated many fellowship admission courses and has served as a partner for both the small company and the entrepreneurial and innovation sections. Jeff served on the SOA board from 2009 to 2012. And while he was doing all his volunteer work, he also formed his own consulting company. Second, Nancy Behrens. I first met Nancy when she was serving as exam chair and then as a general officer responsible for the life and annuity exams. She has shown great leadership and management ability in her volunteer work and as a senior executive at State Farm. She volunteered on the Fellowship Admissions Course Committee when it was first formed and has been a facilitator for 26 associate professional courses and 14 fellowship admission courses. She served on the nominating committee, chaired the Centers of Actuarial Excellence Evaluation Committee, and served 6 years on the Actuarial Board for Counseling and Discipline. Nancy was a member of the SOA board from 1995 to 1998. Third is Ian Duncan. It might be easier to list the areas in which Ian has not been involved. His volunteer record is 21 pages long, and he has so many initials after his name that they don't fit on one line on his business card. He has worked for insurers, run his own consulting firm, and is now a professor at the University of California, Santa Barbara. He is currently chair of the Research Executive Committee. Ian has been a reviewer for the North American Actuarial Journal for more than 10 years, and he is a member of the editorial board. His books on healthcare risk adjustment and evaluating healthcare intervention programs have appeared on the syllabus, and his many sessions at SOA meetings on predictive modeling and managing healthcare systems are always worthwhile. And like Jeff and Nancy, Ian served on the SOA board from 2012 to 2015. Congratulations to all of you. As my term as president concludes, I want to recognize 5 individuals with a President Award to honor their efforts on behalf of the actuarial profession. Daniel Prevey has been a great friend and confidant for the last 24 years. He and I worked together at Mercy Health Plans. He as lead actuary and me as CFO. And we've continued to collaborate on healthcare policy even after we both left Mercy. Dan began volunteering on exam committees and eventually became general chair of education. We share a passion for actuarial education, and most recently, Dan served with me on 2 2020 and 21 committees to modernize the ASA and FSA pathways. Second is Amy Kay. Amy has aided me in my career, as well as the careers of a couple of thousand other actuaries. Indeed, is there an actuary she doesn't know? Amy has been at every actuarial meeting I've attended over the last 45 years and has provided helpful counsel at different points throughout my career. She provided advice when I left the Prudential in New Jersey and when I was hired as the CFO of the Mercy Health Plan in St. Louis that did not have an actuary. And she quickly introduced me to Dan Prevey. 9 years later, I became the CFO of Geisinger Health Plan, and she was there to help me identify a lead actuary for that plan. Third, I want to recognize Shari Rodriguez, who was an integral part of my Yamana team that developed an actuarial executive program for 550 employees. What made it unique is that she created separate tracks for credentialed actuaries, actuarial candidates, and non-actuaries working in actuarial departments. She developed programs where each of the 550 individuals could become the best they can be. She is currently a member of the SOA Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee that was created earlier this year. Number 4 is Barry Jacobson, FSA. As a high school teacher, Barry recognized what students without financial means needed in order to gain acceptance to college and compete for high-paying jobs. I served with Barry as a trustee of the Actuarial Foundation. He single-handedly worked with the University of Connecticut's actuarial program to start a high school math tutoring program, and then supplied the vision and energy to expand the Math Motivators program to 50-plus cities by recruiting actuarial and actuarial student volunteers, along with their employers and colleges. And 5th, I want to recognize Joshua Neubert. Josh is president of the Institute of Competition Sciences, the company chosen by the Actuarial Foundation to lead the development of a nationwide scholarship competition called Modeling the Future Challenge. Working with actuarial volunteers, of which I was one, Josh created a program that currently attracts 200 teams from around the country. He has transformed the challenge into one that greatly promotes the actuarial profession and the methods we use to model and problem solve. Every year, hundreds of high school teachers and thousands of students are learning how actuaries apply math and modeling skills to solve real-life problems using what he has termed the actuarial process. Thank you and congratulations to all of you.